Welcome back, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Today, first up, we're diving into the fascinating world of the Roosevelt dime, specifically the 2008 D-minted version in extra fine condition. If you've got one of these coins sitting in your collection or tucked away in a drawer, you might be wondering, is it worth more than face value? Could it hold a hidden treasure of market value? Let's find out. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple of American currency since 1946, created to honor the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt. The design, featuring his profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch and oak branch on the reverse, has remained relatively unchanged. But as with all coins, certain years and mint marks can make them more valuable to collectors. Today we're focusing on the 2008 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark from Denver, specifically in extra fine condition. So let's break down its history, features, and current market value. The Roosevelt dime was introduced shortly after Franklin D. Roosevelt's passing in 1945. As the 32nd President of the United States, Roosevelt led the country through the Great Depression and World War II. The dime, a symbol of his impact on the nation, replaced the mercury dime and quickly became a beloved coin in circulation. The 2008 dime with the D Mint mark was struck at the Denver Mint, which produced millions of these coins. However, what makes any coin stand out in the collector's market is its condition and any unique features. Coins in extra fine condition, like the one we're discussing today, are particularly desirable because they have minimal wear and retain much of their original detail. Now, what does extra fine mean? A dime in extra fine condition will show only slight wear on the highest points of the design. For the 2008 Roosevelt dime, look for light wear on Roosevelt's cheekbone and jawline on the obverse. The reverse should also retain sharp details on the torch and the branches. Compared to coins in circulated or good condition, extra fine dimes are much more appealing to collectors and can command a premium in the market. So, how much is a 2008 with D Mint mark Roosevelt dime in extra fine condition worth today? On average, these dimes are valued slightly above face value due to their condition. The collector's market typically prices them $45,000. However, higher premiums can apply depending on factors like eye appeal, toning, and demand among collectors. This might seem like a windfall. Remember that modern coins like the 2008 Roosevelt dime often gain more value over time as supplies diminish and demand increases. Holding on to a well-preserved dime like this could be a wise move for long-term investment. If you own a 2008 with D Mint mark Roosevelt's dime in extra fine condition, here are some tips to maximize its value. Store it in a coin flip or airtight holder to prevent damage. If you're unsure about the condition, have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Keep an eye on market trends. Coins like this can increase in value, especially if they're part of a larger collection. The 2008 with D Mint mark Roosevelt dime in extra fine condition. It's a fantastic addition to any collection and holds potential for future appreciation. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, coins like this highlight the beauty and history of American currency. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of the Roosevelt dime. Specifically, we'll uncover the story, rarity, and market value of a 1976 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark, in very fine condition, and with that unique silver shade. Could this dime be a hidden treasure in your collection? Let's find out. Let's start with a bit of history. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1946. It was designed to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a pivotal role in the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. The design by John R. Sinek has remained largely unchanged for decades. By 1976, the Roosevelt dime was no longer minted in silver, as the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-nickel composition in 1965 to save on costs. However, some 1976 dimes exhibit a distinct silver-like appearance. This can be due to planchet anomalies, striking errors, or even environmental factors over the years. Now, let's talk about the missing mint mark. In 1976, the Philadelphia Mint produced dimes without a mint mark, making this detail common for the year. However, the true intrigue lies in the coin's silver shade. This unusual appearance is what makes this particular dime stand out in the collector's market. The silver-like hue can sometimes indicate a planchet mix-up or exposure to unique environmental conditions that altered its composition over time. While not made of silver, this visual anomaly attracts collectors looking for unique pieces. Condition plays a crucial role in a coin's value. A coin in very fine condition shows moderate wear on high points but retains most of its details. For a 1976 Roosevelt dime, this means the lettering, date, and portrait of Roosevelt are still clear and distinct, even with visible signs of circulation. Now to the question everyone's asking: how much is this 1976 Roosevelt dime worth in today's collector market? In very fine condition, a 1976 Roosevelt dime with a silver hue can fetch $156,000 in the collector market, depending on the level of interest and how prominently the silver tone is displayed. If you're lucky enough to have a 1976 Roosevelt dime with a silver shade, here are some tips to maximize its value. Have the coin evaluated by a professional numismatist or a grading service. Store the coin in a protective case to prevent further wear or damage. Keep an eye on auction trends and collector forums to gauge market interest. So, is that 1976 Roosevelt dime in your collection a hidden treasure? While most may only hold highest value, the silver shade anomaly could make it a sought-leader piece for the right buyer. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, remember every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth much more than their face value. Next up, we're diving deep into the world of U.S. coins, specifically focusing on a unique find that might surprise you with its value. The 2018 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark in fine condition. This seemingly common coin has an interesting market history, and you'll want to stick around to learn why it could be worth much more than face value in today's collector market. But before we get into the details, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest coin news and market insights. Let's start with some background on the Roosevelt dime series. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Designed by artist John R. Sinek, the coin features a profile of Roosevelt on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Over the years, the Roosevelt dime has become a staple in American coinage, produced by both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with the occasional coin struck at the San Francisco Mint for proof sets. Now, today's focus is on the 2018 Roosevelt dime, and more specifically, the version minted at the Philadelphia Mint with the P mint mark. The 2018 Roosevelt dime, like other dimes in the series, has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters and weighs 2.268 grams. It's made of a copper-nickel clad with 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. The obverse features Roosevelt's portrait facing left, and the reverse shows the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, which have remained largely unchanged since the coin's inception. For decades, the Philadelphia Mint did not mint coins with P mint mark until 1980, when they began adding it to dimes. For years, the P mint mark has been associated with more common circulating coins, but in the case of the 2018 dimes, there's a bit of a twist. At first glance, the 2018 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark might look like any other dime, but there's a reason why this specific coin is gaining attention in the collector's market. You see, the 2018 Roosevelt dime is part of a broader trend in coin collecting where the mintage numbers for certain years can drive up demand and value. In 2018, the mint produced a substantial number of dimes, but the P mint mark dimes were not nearly as abundant as some other years, making them less common. Coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint often carry a unique appeal to collectors who are interested in the historical aspects of the minting process. And for the 2018 Roosevelt dime, the rarity factor associated with this mint mark is what helps boost its value, especially when it comes to fine condition coins. Now, the big question. What is the value of a 2018 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark in fine condition? The collector market takes things up a notch. Coins in fine condition generally show noticeable wear, but the details of the design are still fairly visible. For a 2018 P Roosevelt dime in fine condition, the market value can range from $45,000 or more, depending on factors such as demand, availability, and the condition of the coin itself. If you're looking at an uncirculated or higher-grade version of the coin, you could see values rise even further, especially if the coin is part of a set or has been certified by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Several factors drive the value of the 2018 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark. As mentioned earlier, the P mint mark dimes are relatively less common, particularly when compared to those from the Denver Mint. The uniqueness of this coin in certain years contributes to its collectible appeal. There's a growing trend among collectors for coins minted in particular years or with specific mint marks. They sell only for recent mintings. The coins like the 2018 P Roosevelt dime are highly sought after by collectors who specialize in the Roosevelt dime series. The condition of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. Fine condition coins, while showing wear, still have clearly visible details, making them more valuable than lower grade versions. Coins in better condition, like those rated as extra fine or even MS, can command much higher prices. The Roosevelt dime itself is rare in general. The coins minted in particular years, such as 2018, may hold more significance due to the minting process or low production figures. If you have a 2018 Roosevelt dime and want to check if it's the P mint mark variety, here's how you can easily identify it. The mint mark, a small p, can be found on the reverse side of the coin, just below the olive branch, near the bottom right edge. It should be clearly visible to the naked eye. Examine the coin for signs of wear. In fine condition, you'll see some smoothness on the high points of the design, but the features will still be identifiable. If you want to increase the value, consider sending your coin to a professional grading service. A certified coin can fetch a significantly higher price in the market. The collector's market for Roosevelt dimes continues to be strong, with coins like the 2018 P mint mark dimes playing a part in this ongoing interest. The coin is a rare one by traditional standards. Its position within a growing series of specialized dimes makes it a great investment for collectors looking to expand their holdings. The future value of this dime will be influenced by factors like the overall state of the coin market, collector demand for modern coins, and the availability of high-quality examples. So, if you come across a 2018 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark in fine condition, don't be too quick to dismiss it. It may seem like an uncommon dime. It has potential value in today's coin collector market. Keep an eye on your pocket change, and always be ready to check your coins for those hidden gems. Next up, we're going to focus on a specific coin that has become increasingly popular among collectors, the 1996 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark. This little silver gem has gained significant traction in the coin market, especially in very fine condition. If you've got one of these coins in your collection, you might just be holding on to something worth more than you think. First, let's talk a little about the Roosevelt dime itself. Minted since 1946, the Roosevelt dime honors the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt. This coin was designed by artist John R. Sinek, and it features a portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse with a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing peace and strength. Initially, Roosevelt dimes were made from 90% silver and 10% copper, but in 1965, to curb the cost of silver, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel alloy composition. The 1996 version of this coin still falls into this non-silver category, but it's important to note that it holds substantial value in very fine condition, especially if it carries the D Mint mark from the Denver Mint. Now, let's talk about the D Mint mark. The D indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most well-known and historically significant U.S. Mint locations. The 1996 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark isn't rare per se, as millions were produced. However, coins in higher grades, especially in very fine condition, can have a surprisingly high market value. So what makes the 1996 Roosevelt dime special, particularly in very fine condition? The coin itself, in very fine condition, shows moderate wear, but the details of Roosevelt's portrait and the reverse design are still easily recognizable and clean. Coins that have been well preserved over the years tend to fetch higher prices, as collectors are always looking for pieces that show both age and a maintained quality. Now, let's get to the big question. How much is the 1996 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark worth in today's collector market? In a typical market, a 1996 Roosevelt dime in very fine condition can range anywhere from about $4,000. This might seem like a huge sum when compared to other coins from the same era or the same series. It holds considerable value, particularly for collectors looking to complete their sets with well-preserved examples. So, what factors contribute to this price fluctuation? As we've discussed, the condition of the coin plays a massive role in determining its market value. Coins in excellent near-mint condition will obviously command a higher price. While millions of 1996 Roosevelt dimes were produced, the number of coins in very fine or better condition is always lower, which creates a sense of rarity. The Roosevelt dime, especially in its later years, remains highly sought after by collectors who want to complete a set from a specific decade. The 1996 Roosevelt dime holds a lot of appeal to collectors for a few reasons. First, it's part of the late 20th century coinage, a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning to more modern minting techniques. Second, the Roosevelt dime series is often collected by date and mint mark, making this particular coin a key part of many collectors' sets. Many collectors prefer the Roosevelt dimes because they're small, affordable, and easy to find. Yet, when you come across a well-preserved coin, it can surprise you with its market value, like the 1990 P coin. The 1996 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark, in very fine condition, has a steady and significant value in the collector market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, these dimes can be a valuable and intriguing addition to your collection. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of the USA Roosevelt dime, specifically the 1990 with D mint mark. You might think it's just a dime, but the collector's market might prove you wrong. Stick around as we uncover its true value in very good condition today. First, let's get to know this iconic coin. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt, a champion of polio awareness and an architect of the New Deal. The dime replaced the mercury dime and has been in continuous production ever since. The 1990 with D mint mark Roosevelt dime was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the United States Mint's primary facilities. While 1990 isn't considered an exceptionally rare year for Roosevelt dimes, certain factors like condition, mint errors, and demand in the collector's market can elevate its value. Now, let's talk about the dime itself. By 1990, the Roosevelt dime was no longer made of silver. Instead, it featured a copper-nickel-clad composition with a pure copper core, a standard introduced in 1965 to reduce costs. But despite this, some collectors still highly value certain coins from later years based on their rarity or unique characteristics. The obverse of the dime displays a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. The reverse features an olive branch, a torch, and an oak branch, symbolizing peace, liberty, and strength. Now, let's discuss the condition of your 1990 with D mint mark dime. You mentioned it's in very good condition. In the coin grading scale, very good means the coin shows significant wear, but still retains most of its major details. The rim might be slightly worn, and finer details like Roosevelt's hair may be faded. While this is a high grade, collectors still appreciate coins in very good condition, especially if they're part of a set or if the year holds sentimental or historical value. How much is your 1990 with D mint mark dime worth in today's collector market? In very good condition, this coin typically has a face value of 10 cents and a collector's market value of around $82,000, depending on demand. However, this value can increase if there are unique factors, like an error or misstrike. For instance, dimes with doubled dies, off-center strikes, or missing mint marks can fetch significantly higher prices. If you suspect your coin has an error, it's worth getting it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Let's talk about what makes a dime like this. If you're considering selling or buying a 1990 with D mint mark Roosevelt dime, here are some quick tips. Always have your coin authenticated to confirm its history. Store your coin in a protective holder to prevent further wear and preserve its value. Your 1990 with D mint mark Roosevelt dime in very good condition might buy you a mansion. It's still a fascinating piece of history with a big and significant value in today's collector market. If you have one, it's worth taking a closer look. It might just be the missing piece in a collector's set. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating and unique coin, the USA Roosevelt dime from 1994, minted in Denver with an intriguing green spot on the obverse side. If you're a collector or enthusiast curious about how such features affect the value, you're in the right place. Let's explore its market significance in very good condition and uncover its potential worth. The Roosevelt dime has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The 1994 D Mint mark signifies it was struck at the Denver Mint, and this year saw a mintage of over 1.4 billion dimes. This figure suggests it's an uncommon coin. Unique features like discoloration or unusual marks can elevate its value significantly among collectors. So, what's the deal with the green spot on this dime's obverse side? Green spots are typically caused by environmental factors, such as prolonged exposure to moisture or certain chemicals, which react with the coin's copper content beneath its nickel coating. This creates a patina-like effect. While some collectors might view such spots as flaws, others see them as unique characteristics that tell a story. In very good condition, this 1994 with D Roosevelt dime may show minor wear, especially on high points like Roosevelt's hair and the torch on the reverse. Despite this, the green spot makes it stand out in a sea of ordinary dimes. Collectors looking for unique or unusual coins might find this particularly appealing. Now, let's talk value. A 1994 with D Roosevelt dime in very good condition is with a distinctive feature like the green spot. The coin enters a niche market. Such coins can fetch anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000, depending on the size, placement, and appeal of the discoloration to a collector. If the spot creates a visually interesting pattern, it could potentially draw even higher bids in specialized auctions or online marketplaces. Unique coins like this often sell on platforms through local coin dealers. I recommend carefully photographing your coin and highlighting its distinguishing features. Use keywords like 1994 with D Roosevelt dime, green spot obverse, and unique patina to attract the right buyers. Before selling, it's important to preserve the coin's current condition. Avoid cleaning or scrubbing the green spot, as this could damage the coin and reduce its value. Instead, store it in a protective holder to prevent further environmental exposure. If you're unsure about its worth, consider getting it appraised by a professional numismatist. Your 1994 with D Roosevelt dime with a green spot on the obverse might just be more valuable than you thought. Unique coins like this remind us that even everyday pocket change can hold fascinating stories and unexpected value. Have you come across any unusual coins in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. Next up, we're diving into the world of modern U.S. coins and exploring the fascinating story of the 2004 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark in very fine condition. Could this seemingly ordinary coin hold extraordinary value in the collector's market today? Let's find out. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States and a staunch advocate for ending polio. His legacy was immortalized on the 10-cent coin after his passing, and the design has remained largely unchanged since its inception. The 2004 Roosevelt dime, minted in Philadelphia, is a part of this rich history. But what makes it special? Let's take a closer look at its composition and condition. This particular dime was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P mint mark. It's composed of a copper nickel clad, which has been the standard since 1965, when the U.S. transitioned away from silver coins. In very fine condition, the coin shows moderate wear on the high points of Roosevelt's hair and torch but retains most of its details. For collectors, condition is everything, and very fine coins represent a solid mid-grade option, balancing affordability and quality. One question many collectors ask is whether the 2004 Roosevelt dime contains silver. The answer is no. Standard circulation dimes from this year are made of copper nickel. However, a silver-like appearance or toning can develop over time due to environmental factors, giving it a unique aesthetic appeal. So, what's the market value of a 2004 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark in very fine condition? In today's collector market, this coin typically ranges at a price below $78 and typically ranges $40,000 to $82,000, just slightly above its face value. But here's the catch. If your dime has a striking era, unique toning, or unusual characteristics, it could fetch significantly more. Additionally, coins graded professionally by organizations like PCGS or NGC might command higher prices, depending on their rarity and demand. Here are a few tips for budding coin collectors. Look for errors or unusual features on your dimes. Use coin holders or albums to preserve their condition. Stay updated with market trends and auction results. For potentially valuable coins, consider certification. So, the 2004 Roosevelt dime might make you a millionaire. Its story, design, and potential for hidden value make it an exciting piece to own. Remember, every coin has a tale to tell and could be a stepping stone to a lifelong passion for numismatics. Next up, we're diving into an exciting topic: the value of the USA 2007 Roosevelt dime in fine condition with the P mint mark. This particular coin, the 2007 Roosevelt dime, features the iconic image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, on the obverse. On the reverse, we find the classic torch, olive branch, and oak branch design, which represent liberty, peace, and strength. It's a coin that's instantly recognizable to anyone familiar with U.S. currency, but its value may not be as obvious as it seems. Now, you might be wondering, why are we talking about the 2007 Roosevelt dime in fine condition? What makes this coin so valuable in the collector's market today? First, let's look at the basics. This dime, minted in 2007, carries the P mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This particular coin is in fine condition, meaning it shows wear but still maintains clear details on the design. In fine condition, the coin will display some light wear on the details, particularly on Roosevelt's face and the torch on the reverse. You may see some minor scratches or dings, but the overall design is still distinguishable. Now let's talk about value. While the standard 2007 Roosevelt dime is worth just 10 cents, the collector market values coins differently. Fine condition coins with PM mint mark generally hold a premium over their face value, but the real question is, how much more? As of today, the value of the 2007 Roosevelt dime in fine condition can range $43,000. The reason behind this premium is just the condition of the coin and also its rarity and demand among collectors. The 2007 dimes are relatively uncommon in circulation. Finding one in fine condition can be a bit more challenging, especially if it's well preserved. Plus, the P mint mark adds a layer of distinction. Coins from different mints can vary slightly in value, depending on their rarity. The Philadelphia Mint often produces more coins than other mints, but that doesn't mean they're not valuable. If you're looking to buy or sell a 2007 Roosevelt dime, you might find it listed on online marketplaces, coin shops, or even at coin shows. It may be a high-value coin in terms of rare finds. It's still a fantastic option for collectors looking to build their Roosevelt dime collection, or anyone interested in coins that have a reasonable price and carry significant historical value. So, don't overlook this one. If you come across a 2007 Roosevelt dime in fine condition with the P Mint mark, you might just find that it holds more value than you'd think. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. dimes, specifically the Roosevelt dime from 2016 with the D Mint mark in extra fine condition. You won't believe how much value this small coin holds in today's collector market. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple in U.S. currency since 1946, introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his role in establishing the March of Dimes program. This 10-cent coin carries a legacy of both history and design, making it a favorite among collectors. The 2016 Roosevelt dime with the D Mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint. While it's a relatively modern coin, the collector's market has a surprising interest in it, especially in higher grade conditions like extra fine. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse side, we have the iconic portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. Below Roosevelt's neck, you'll notice the initials JS representing the designer. The reversed side features a torch, flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right. This symbolizes liberty, peace, and strength, values deeply rooted in American history. The D Mint mark, which signifies its production at the Denver Mint, can be found just to the left of the torch on the reverse side. So, what makes an extra fine condition 2016 with D Roosevelt dime stand out? Coins in extra fine condition exhibit minimal wear, with most of the original design details intact. The high points of the coin, like Roosevelt's hair and the torch's flame, are still well defined. Now let's talk about the big question. What's the value of this dime in today's market? In extra fine condition, the 2016 with D Roosevelt dime typically holds a collector value $33,000. This might seem highest. It's important to remember that the true value of modern coins often lies in their long-term potential and their place in a complete set. For instance, if you're working on a complete Roosevelt dime collection from 1946 to present, this coin is a must-have. Its condition and mint mark can elevate the overall appeal of your set. There are several factors that influence the value of your 2016 with D dime. Coins graded higher than extra fine, like uncirculated or MS, can fetch higher prices. Modern coin collectors and set builders are always on the lookout for high-quality specimens. For this specific dime, any unique errors or striking anomalies could skyrocket its worth, so keep an eye out. If you're lucky enough to have a 2016 with D Roosevelt dime, here are some tips. Use coin flips or holders to prevent scratches. Professional grading can help establish its exact condition and boost its marketability. Look closely for die cracks, misstrikes, or other anomalies. They can add significant value. The 2016 with D Mint mark Roosevelt dime in extra fine condition, it's an essential piece for any modern coin collection. Its value lies in its condition, its role in completing sets, and its potential for long-term appreciation. So, check your coin jars and pocket change. You might already have this gem sitting unnoticed. Remember, every coin has a story, and this dime story is waiting to be part of your collection. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of the Roosevelt dime, a cornerstone of American coinage. Specifically, we'll explore the 1994 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark, in very fine condition. Is it worth big money on today's collector market? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the Roosevelt dime itself. Introduced in 1946, this iconic coin was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader who helped guide the United States through the Great Depression and World War II. The dime also pays tribute to his efforts in founding the March of Dimes to combat polio. The 1994 Roosevelt dime was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P mint mark, which is located on the reverse side of the coin just above the torch. This coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad material with no silver content. Now, let's evaluate the very fine condition of this coin. In coin grading terms, a coin in very fine condition shows moderate wear, but most of the design elements remain clear. For the Roosevelt dime, this means you can see distinct details on Roosevelt's profile, the torch, and the surrounding olive and oak branches. But what does this mean for its value in today's collector market? Let's break it down. In very fine condition, the 1994 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark typically holds a highest value. It's a rare coin. Because of its limited mintage, this coin is usually worth around $67,000 above face value. So is the 1994 Roosevelt dime a high-value collector's item? It's an important piece for any Roosevelt dime collection. Its real value lies in its role as a historical artifact of 1990s American coinage and its connection to Franklin D. Roosevelt's legacy. If you have one in your collection, take a closer look. Check for any rare eras or pristine features that could make it stand out. And remember, every coin tells a story. So, there you have it. The 1994 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark may be a gold mine in very fine condition, and it's a wonderful piece of American numismatic history. Who knows? With a sharp eye, you might just find a rare era coin or an uncirculated gem hiding in your pocket change. If you enjoyed today, hit the like button, subscribe for more coin insights, and share this video with fellow enthusiasts. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1994 Roosevelt dime or any other interesting finds. Until next time, happy collecting.